Welcome in. Welcome. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. We are going to be talking about a good topic tonight, y'all. So I want you to tune in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. So we are Miss Leslie, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm about to share out my live. Hello, good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy Wednesday. Let me know how your Wednesday is going. Let me know. Let me know. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. If you could share out the live, if you could tap the screen, we're going to be talking about a good topic tonight. A good one. Hold on, y'all. Oh, man. Let me see. Sorry, you guys. I'm just sharing out the live. My arm hurt. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for getting your daily heart me. Miss Leslie, welcome in. Welcome in. I'm just sharing out the live. I literally just started sharing it out. If you could also share out the live, send it to your mom, your cousin, whoever needs this good. We are going to be talking about the 50-year mortgage, y'all. Have y'all heard about that? I think it is such a great topic. I had to come talk about it tonight, y'all. Definitely. I had to come talk about it. Welcome in. Welcome in. Ms. Leslie, yes, I heard. Yo, you heard about it, Ms. Leslie. Oh, so what do you think? What do you think about it? Let me know. Nicole, welcome in. Welcome in. Let me know what y'all thoughts about it. Let me know. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart me. Sorry, y'all. Let me know how you feel about it. Let me crazy. I know. We're gonna talk about it today. We are going to talk about it. I want to get y'all thoughts about it. I'm like, we definitely, I was like, oh, I have to talk about it to my community. It's definitely, sorry, y'all. I'm just looking at my backup real quick. All right, there we go. So welcome in, you guys. Let me know how your Wednesday. I don't own, but I'm intrigued. Nicole, it's a great topic, friend. I want to definitely, we're gonna talk about it today. We definitely talk about it. It's really good. I think it's definitely it's definitely something I feel like needs to be talked about, the pros and cons. And that's everything in life, the pros and cons. We're going to talk about it. It may be for some people, it may not be for some people, but I definitely felt like it's a much needed conversation. Everybody on the YT in the book, welcome in, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. So it's definitely a needed topic, you guys, that I feel like, as a financial advisor, that we need to talk about for the people on the YT and on the book. Tonight, we are going to be talking about the truth behind the 50-year mortgage. If you guys haven't heard about it in the the news and everything, we're gonna get into it, the pros, the cons, the goods, the bad. Diane, welcome in. If you guys could tap out the live and share it out, that will be greatly appreciated. So if you guys can tap the live out, share it out, y'all. I'm just gonna wait for if you could repost it, send it to, because I feel like it's such a needed conversation, right? Like we need, when it comes down to our personal finance and just in the financial space, stuff is always, changing. Nicole, thank you so much for the repost. It is always changing, you guys. So it's like we need to talk about it. That's why, like, the one thing I know about just being in a personal finance space, stuff is gonna always change. New stuff gonna come out, that different things. When it comes down to personal finances. So we definitely are going to talk about it, but let me know how you guys evening is going before I really get into the topic. Let me know. It's Wednesday, y'all. It's Wednesday. Let me know how your evening is going. I'm just gonna wait for a few more people to come into the room. Let me know. Happy Wednesday. I just felt like, man, this is going to be such a great live. I was like, oh, yeah, I got to come and talk to my peeps about it. When I first heard about it, y'all, 50 years, I'm like, woof, okay? 50 years is a long time. That's like, let's just be real. Like, that's a long time. That's going to be a long time to be paying. Yeah. So we will see how it go. Let me know how your evening is going. If you're off work, how was your day? I feel like my day went well because I'm off for the next couple of days. So I'm like, thank God, thank God. I have been getting up at 5 a.m., y'all. And I have been working out on my workout page at 5 a.m. And I'm not gonna lie, like I felt like the first day, my day was great. Oh, great, Miss Lizzie. I'm glad your day was great, friend. 5 a.m. Wow, I know, Nicole, listen, friend. I know. 5 a.m. I ain't gonna lie. So the first day, y'all, I was like, oh my gosh, like 5 a.m. my day. And I felt like the first day was probably the hardest, right? But I will say though, y'all, like, so maybe I want to say maybe like 2 o'clock, I was like starting to get a little sleepy or whatever the case may be, but I kind of like pushed through it. But I'm not gonna lie, y'all, like this is day 3, right? Love Universify, welcome in, friend, welcome in. This is day 3, so tomorrow will be day 4, and I want to make sure that I like continuously like post about it through the journey. Susan, welcome in. That I do feel like it's so crazy though. Even though I'm getting up at 5 a.m. and you would think that I wouldn't have any energy, I do. I still do. So it's just like, I think it's the exercise. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart, me friend. Welcome in. I think for just the exercise, the movement, it is like giving me natural energy. Justice J, oh, welcome in, friend. Friend, I'm back. Oh my gosh. For the people that were here on Monday, y'all. But wait, let's just go back for a second. If you was here on Monday, y'all know I had technical difficulties. Okay. I don't know if y'all was here, but your girl, nothing was working. Okay. The mic wasn't working. The computer wasn't working. I didn't co-stream. I didn't do none of the things. On Monday, Monday, you glit. Yes, look, just as I know on Monday, I was going through it. Okay. If anybody was here on my live, I think I had like 10 people in my room, and I was trying to tell y'all, I was like, oh, my Rose, welcome in, friend, welcome in. I don't know if I think a lot, hello, I know, hello. A lot of people, I think I had like 10 people in the room, and I was telling y'all, I was like, my phone about to die, y'all, but y'all know that I was like looking, trying to type to my kids, like bring down the charger. And whoever was here on Monday, y'all know that the live just paused and just the phone died, y'all. And then I tried to charge it, and oh yes, it was everything. So I was just like, okay, you know what? I said, listen, I'm going to see my peeps all Wednesday, because it just was an epic fail on Monday, y'all. It just was an epic fail. So whoever was here, please forgive me. Charge it to my head, not my heart. Okay, please forgive me. My phone died, but guess what, y'all? My phone is fully charged. Okay, it's fully charged today. The mic is working. I am co-streaming on the YT. So make sure y'all Ebony, welcome in, welcome in. So Justice James, I was like, oh, let me talk about a couple new people that maybe in the room, but not new, but just new to the TikTok platform. So I see, friend, do you know about grabbing a daily heart me at the top? Guess what? I'm joining the volleyball team. Oh, you are. Congratulations, friend. Oh, wait, we gotta celebrate you, friend. Hold on. Let me effects, sound effects. Oh, no. No, I am not old enough. Oh, that's what I figured, Justice. I figured that. I was like, wait a minute. I figured that, friend, because I was like, the stuff that you saw, I was like, I figured you wasn't old enough, right? I figured. I was like, oh, I don't think you. But for the new people that may be here, me as being the live host, when people come in and say, grab your daily heart me, it not only helps me as a live host, but it helps you as an engagement. When you come into the room, grabbing a daily heart, it also like notifies you when I'm live. So if you are interested in my content, and you like the things that I talk about, then grabbing your daily heart me, tapping out the screen, sharing it out, that is greatly appreciated. It helps get more people into the room, you guys. So tonight we are going to talk about it. Y'all see the hook over the head, 50-year mortgage, and is it good for your budget? Miss Ferguson, welcome in, welcome in. I just want to truly appreciate everyone for being here. I think I'm going to add this. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to add that. Okay. So welcome in, welcome in. Truly appreciate everyone for being here. Tap, tap, tap. Yes, tap, 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 tap. Yes, we got to share it out and get more people because I feel like this topic is, listen, this is one of the topics I feel like is brewing in the financial world that I feel like we need to talk about, for people that are considering a home or have a home already or thinking about an investment property or all of the things. So me as a financial coach, I feel like I wanted to make sure that I give you updated information. So I'm gonna see, just wait for a few more people to come into the room. But I was talking about the 5 a.m. workout. So I don't know if people are following the workout page, but I have been going live on my workout page at 5 a.m. y'all. And like I said, I was saying before, I really do notice the energy, y'all. I do notice, and I said what I'm gonna do is like, not to say that I'm really focused on weight loss at this point. Like I feel like I'm maybe like 10 pounds shy of kind of really what I want to be in reference to weight loss, because I have already like lost a significant amount. But what I said to myself is I started on Monday, right? I started on Monday, which was November 10th. And the next time I'm gonna do a weigh-in or just, like see this out, I'm gonna I'm gonna go live every day on the weight loss account to do my walking pad for at least 30 minutes until December 31st, y'all. So pray for your girl. I said, I'm going to commit to going live on the fitness one every day, y'all. Every day. So if you want some fitness encouragement, if you want to start your fitness journey, if you want accountability, make sure you go follow girl on the other page. Okay, make sure you go follow it. I actually am going to put a comment in here for the people that may not be following it. I'm going to put it in here, y'all, so y'all can see it. And I'll pin it, the comment. But welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. So if you're ever interested in 50-year mortgage, sounds very depressing to me because I'm trying to pay mine off in 5 to 7. I know, Rose. I know. Listen, when I heard about it, I talked about it. And again, that's why I feel like these are good things to talk about, because it's like, again, what time? I go at the workout at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. Yeah. Kara, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. So yeah, y'all. Okay, so we first I want to, how we do the engagement questions, y'all. But I felt like definitely this was a good one. Oh my God, they gave me a flash goal already, y'all. Lord, what is they giving me the flash goal? Oh, 3 heart me's. they would just give me the 3 heart me's. For the people that already got their heart me already, if you could contribute to my live goal, it's 3 heart me's. If you already got it, that is okay. That is okay. Let me see something. But grab your daily heart me. Thank you so much for being here. Let me see. So we got 1. I need 2 more. So let's just talk. Let's just briefly just talk about it, you guys. So the first question. So would you ever, like, if you wasn't a homeowner, or if you're a homeowner, would you ever consider a 50-year mortgage? Soul Searcher, welcome in, welcome in. Would you ever consider it? A lot of people are saying, like, why would they even think about, no. Ms. Leslie said, nope, you would never consider it. 50 years is a long time. Mary, welcome in, welcome in. 50 years is a long time, y'all. But again, there are pros and cons to everything, y'all. It's pros and cons to everything, and we are going to talk about it. But everybody's like, y'all, as soon as you hear it, it's a no-go. I know that people are like, Justin, welcome in. When you think about the interest, the amount of interest that you will have on a 50-year mortgage. So Soul Searcher, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for liking out the live, friend. Truly appreciate you for being here. Thomas, welcome in, welcome in. When you think about the amount of interest, because even a 30-year mortgage, y'all, like, the first what, like, they give you this like amortization schedule, and they tell you oh, budget breakdown, I didn't know you was in the room, friend. Welcome in, welcome in. If you grabbed your daily heart me, I have the goal. I'm trying to reach 3 heart me's. If you guys didn't get your heart me, if you can get your heart me, I'm a loan processor, and this is not a great choice. You're a loan processor. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart me, friend. I think I need 1 more. Listen, I know I said, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I said the same thing, but I will say that, like, I know everybody's like, there's a no. Like, everybody's just like, no, 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 no. But I want to see, I know that there are a lot of negative, emotions when it, thoughts when it comes down to the 50-year mortgage. It will allow more people to purchase. There we go. Budget breakdown. I was literally about to say it. Luna, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart me, friend. Welcome in. Welcome in. This is such a great topic. I'm so glad that you are. Hey, friend. Hey, friend. Welcome in. A little 88. Welcome in. Welcome in. So, y'all, I felt like, and I know there's so many pros to it. Thank you so much for the populars. Luna, we are talking about the 50-year mortgage, and is it good for your budget? Okay, the 50-year mortgage has been going around in this financial streets, and we are talking about it. I know everybody's like, it's a no, but I want you guys to think about, also, just like Budget Breakdown says, it is the reason I never heard of that. I know, Luna, this is something, and I wanted to talk, Kristen, welcome in, welcome in. That's why I'm like, it's such a good topic that I actually, the mortgage guru, Most Moto, he was talking about it in his room today, and I did my little research, and I was like, I got to bring it to my community. I got to bring it to my peeps. So it's definitely something, Carmen, welcome in, that is talked about, y'all. And I just want to tell you, why it's being talked about. Dr. Cliff, welcome in, friend. For all the new people that are here, my name, thank you so much for follow, friend. Thank you so much. Welcome in, My name is Janine. I talk about all things personal finances with God in the center, and I'm a financial coach. I help moms get on a budget, save money, and get out of debt. But tonight, we are talking about the 50-year mortgage. And is it good for your budget? Troy is awesome. He is awesome, isn't he? He definitely is. He is awesome. That's why I'm like, it is definitely inspired by him for sure. Because he was definitely dropping some gems, and I was like, oh, I gotta bring it back to my community. I gotta bring it back to him. Just being in the financial space. But I know a lot of people didn't even like know about it. Listen, I did my own little research, but the whole idea is that in 2025, the Donald Trump administration and the Federal Housing Finance Agency, we're talking about offering 50-year mortgages as one of the tools to with how help with affordable housing, right? So, Donald Trump, the president, right? And it's a proposed idea. It's not, I don't think it's going to get passed or anything. But it says FHFA are talking about offering 50-year mortgages as one of the tools to help. Now, again, I know a lot of people are like, no, no. And I'm back. I don't know why this does this. I'm like, Coach, thank you so much for sharing out the live, friend. Welcome in, welcome in. Now, again, I know that everybody's like, the 50, it's crazy, it's crazy, it's crazy. And I will say that. But then I also would say, you guys, that what's the science or what's the thought behind them doing that? They're doing it so that more people can become homeowners and it could be more affordable. But put your thoughts in the chat. Would you ever consider a 50-year mortgage? Or is it just a straight no-go? Right. And now, and I want you guys to also think about this for a second, that even though it's a 50-year mortgage, you still can pay it off quicker, or the goal would be to pay it off faster than 50 years. A no for me. Okay, it's a no for me. For you, Miss Essie, the interest is going to be too high. I know, budget breakdown. We don't. I know the interest rate is going to be high. It is. It is. You're going to pay a lot of interest. But here's the thing for people that want to become homeowners. They have a high debt to income ratio. Isaac, welcome in, welcome in. So um and they're trying to be eligible to to buy a house, and let's say that they with their income or just with their finances, they're not able to be eligible. The 50-year mortgage, the biggest thing for this is that your payments is going to be lower, right? Like, that's the science behind it, right? Your payments is going to be lower, and it's going to put more people into the ability to own the home. Now, I know it's like, welcome in, Ruiz. If I'm saying that right, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Now, I know it's like the interest is going to be too high, but let's just think about if it's allowing more people to get to actually own a home. 50 years is such a long time. My goodness. Nabaya, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. 50 years is a long time. It is. It's real. It really is. I mean, again, but I understand. I'm trying to be like, the pros and cons. I know everybody's like 50 years is that's just like ridiculous. And I know that the interest is going to be high. It really is. You're going to pay. And when you think about it, when you break it down, you guys, good evening, Tomar. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you so much for joining. All of the new people that are here, again, welcome in, welcome in. My name is Janine. I talk about all things personal finances with God in the center. A long time to live. Yes, Dr. Lisa, welcome in, welcome in. And again, y'all, thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart meet. And again, I feel like this is such a good topic for us to talk about, especially being in the financial space. And I know it's like, oh, this is a horrible idea. And I know I would say my personal opinion. But again, we have to talk about the pros and the cons, right? Yes, it's probably more cons than it is pros, but again, these are things that we talk about, because let's say that somebody get a 50-year mortgage on an investment property, right? So their payments are lower, and they can fix the house up and flip it. So there's I think when we think about just the 50, Alex, welcome in, welcome in. When we think about the 50-year mortgage, you think about, of course, paying that mortgage off in 50 years long. But what if you wasn't eligible to get a second property, with your debt to income ratio? Victor, welcome in, welcome in. with the payment, because if you have a primary residence and then you're trying to get an investment property, and they're looking at both of the debts and income ratio, and now with the 50-year mortgage you probably can afford it. But let's say you do it for an investment and you fix it up and you sell it within the the year or two, but you just got the mortgage. So I want you guys to think about it, right? There are a lot of cons there, but I feel like it's maybe a little pros. So put it in the chat, you guys. Would you consider like a 50-year mortgage for an investment property that you flip and that you sell? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know how you guys, feel about it. Or are you like, no, like, you know what I mean? And nope. Rose said nope. And I feel like it's all about being strategic as well. You know what I mean? Like if you are really planning to, soft life with welcome in. Now again, I get it, y'all. I get it. But Erica, Nicole, welcome in. But is there would there be any consideration for the 50-year mortgage at all, y'all? Or y'all like strictly no, we're not doing it. It's not doing it. Let me know in the chat, y'all. Is it a definite no for y'all? Like the 50-year mortgage? No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Or is it something like, oh, maybe I would consider it, maybe for an investment property? Or also too, y'all, if the payments are lower, then you make it double and triple it. It's a no, not for me. Sorry, y'all. My dog is barking. I don't know what we doing. No, I am in my 30s now. 50 years, I'll be in my 80s. And listen, friend, I know. I get it, y'all. Listen, I'm not here to argue. I'm just trying to, be perspective. I get it. And, when you think about the amount of interest that you want to pay in that 50 years, it's a lot. So if we really just think about an estimate, let's just think about it for a second. So if we estimate, one estimate show that a $348,000 mortgage at a 6% interest rate at a 30-year term would cost about $2,086 a month, right? That's what it would cost. If you would do a 30-year mortgage, the home is $348,000 on a 30-year mortgage at 6%. Now, if we did it for the 50-year term, the mortgage payment would be $1,832. So honestly, y'all, from 2,086, so you might as well just round it up to almost 2,100 to 1,800. That's not even that big of a difference for you to go from 30 years to 50 years. So that's not even that big of a difference. I have an investment property and sold both houses. Oh, okay. So you have an investment property and sold both houses. Nice, Miss Leslie. That is great. So yeah, listen, y'all, I totally agree. I'm just, I'm just being, I totally agree. I think that again, it really depends on the circumstances on a person, but I want to make sure that I come and educate my community as much as I can. I think it's a lot of, people struggling to get into houses, struggling to get the down payment. Would this, of course, getting the 50-year mortgage, it would help. Like it's a quick result, right, y'all? Like it's, of course, you'll be eligible because, your payment will be lower. But on the back end, when you think of it, just like you said, 50 years is a long time. The amount of interest that you are going to pay for that house is probably double or triple. Well, to be strategic, you would never go to a term with 50 years. So refinancing will go up in banks making more money. To be I'm just reading that, Dr. Lisa. So he said, well, to be strategic, you would never go to a 50-year term. So refinances will go up and banks will get more money. But let's just say for a second, right? Banks will let's just say you do it for an investment property though, right? That you just get the mortgage, you fix it up, and then you sell it within. Dave Ramsey is probably pulling his hair here. I know he is. Listen, I listen to Dave Ramsey all the time, so I can't wait until, but it's 50 years. I know, y'all, it's 50 years. But I'm just thinking of like, if it's the investment property that you coming in to fix it up, you selling it within that next couple months or however it take you long to flip the house, the interest, you probably you're not really going to see the amount, of interest. Now, if it's something not even for an investment, it isn't worth it. Oh, y'all saying not even for the investment you need, it's not worth it. Listen, I know that's right for me, especially. Listen, y'all, I get it. I Oh, sorry, y'all. I know it's glitching a little bit. I get it. I totally agree. I'm just, just throwing ideas out there. Just figured Dorothy, welcome in. Y'all like, nope, not even strategically. It's not worth it. Listen, y'all, I get it. I was like, I have if it's if it isn't in the budget and I can't pay it, it's out. Yes, I agree. And a lot of people were saying that like if people are not being eligible for a 30-year mortgage, right? And then the 50-year mortgage, then that means technically they can't, they're not they can't afford a house, period. So what do y'all feel about that? Right? Because people were saying that if because again, what the 50-year mortgage is doing is lowering your payment, right? So it's lowering your payment. So when they do a DTI, which is called debt to income ratio, when they're doing that, the payment is lower and you're eligible to get the mortgage. But what about the 30-year mortgage? Can you use that same thing to say, can people really afford a house when they get a 30-year mortgage? Let me know, y'all. How do y'all feel about that? Let me know. Resume workshop. Let me see. Let me see budget breakdown. Hold up. Your comment was filter, friend. Hold on, friend. Oh. So you said, 50 years mortgage for an investment property is probably not an option. Okay. I see it every day where people don't need a house because they can't afford it. Good evening, friend. Good evening. Abraham, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Haven't seen you in a long time, friend. Welcome in. I see it every day where people don't need a house because they can't afford it. I get it. I get it. I tell people all the time, when you we are talking about the 50-year mortgage. Okay. And is it good for your budget? Let me know your thoughts about the 50-year mortgage, because that's what we are talking about tonight. Let me know in the chat. But even though it's so good to see you. Yeah, I agree that, and I always tell people that when you apply for a mortgage and you get, thank you so much for the follow, Miss Dennis, welcome in. When you apply for a mortgage and they approve you for the amount to get the mortgage, usually it's a much higher number than we really can afford. So you got to be careful of the amount that they are approving you for. So I definitely agree. I just don't understand why people want to put themselves in more debt. You know why budget breakdown? I'm gonna tell you why people are considering it, because it's like the instant gratification. Like people don't want to take time to save up the money. They don't want to to put a substantial amount. Because most of the time when we're talking about the mortgage process, like, they really want you to put down 20%. Now, 20%, thank you so much, Dr. Lisa, for the title giver, for the donuts. Thank you so much. Now, when you talk about 20%, most people don't have 20% of the house price. Well, like if you're looking at a $400,000 house, 20% of that. Somebody, let's do the math, y'all. Let's do the math real quick. Most people don't want to take time to save their money. Let's just do a 400,000. Let's do 20%. That's 80. They don't even have 10%. I know. I'm about to say, so 400,000. If you're looking at an average house of 400,000, 20%, because 20% is what they usually require for a conventional loan. That's 80 grand. Now, how many put in the chat, y'all, if y'all waiting to save up 80 grand to buy your house? Put it in the chat. Because I'm telling you right now, most people ain't doing it. Most people are not doing it. So again, you can go to the FHA. You can go to the FHA route. FHA is when they're asking for 3%, 3.5% of the house. But hey, yo, and Tyson, welcome in. haven't seen you in a while. Thank you so much for grabbing your heart. Dr. Cliff, not me. Oh, not me, not you, Dr. Cliff. Wait, so not you on what? That you not putting the 20% down, or not you? I don't know what the not me. I'm saying a lot. So let me know. Khalil, welcome in, y'all. Welcome into all the new people that are here. My name is Janine. I talk about all things personal finances with God in the center, and we are talking about the 50-year mortgage tonight, y'all. Flourish, welcome in, friend. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart, me friend. Welcome in. And I know, y'all, it's like, I know this is like, hey, girl, hey, we are talking about the 50-year mortgage. Would you consider? Been busy these past few weeks. Great to see you. Great to see you too, friend. Great to see you too. And I truly understand it's busy, especially during the holiday season. This is holiday season. You know, Thanksgiving is coming up. Heck no. I put down 0. Dr. Cliff, you put down 0. Nice. So was it like a special program that you put down 0? I know for me, so I've been happy with my 15-year mortgage. Oh, Flourish, you got a 15-year mortgage, friend. Go ahead now. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Your girl got a 30. I ain't gonna lie. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow, friends. Welcome in to all the new people that are here. The VA, nice. The VA at the end of the tunnel is near. Oh, and at the end of the tunnel, well, we got to congratulate you, 50-year mortgage. Yes, and Tyson, yes, we had to talk about it, friend. Yes. Donald Trump. Well, I'm saying, look, I gotta watch, the words on here, but y'all know the president, okay? He had a proposed it's the administration, the Donald Trump administration and the Federal Housing Finance Agency were offering it. I don't think it's passed or anything like that, but they were proposing to offer 50-year mortgages to help with housing affordability. So allowing people to afford houses. I've had to pay it off in about 3 years, if not sooner. So buy some plants. Oh, friend, I'm gonna buy some plants. That's a setup. And Tyson, listen, I get it. Listen, that's why we talking about it tonight. Being in the finance space, I know we had to talk about it, y'all. Listen, I get it. People are like, it's a setup. Dr. was like, listen, I get it, y'all. The VA, but no, that's good, Dr. Cliff, that you had the VA. I know my stepdad. Thank you so much for the donuts. Keeping the poor Rose. Oh, yes, I know that. Listen, I get it, y'all. I get it. I do. Because the amount of interest, again, y'all, Alicia, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart, me friend. Thank you so much, Dr. Lisa, for the populars. And if you guys, if we could tap out the screen and we could share out the live, I feel like this is such a good conversation. It's the same as these 8 to 10 year car loans. Oh my God. They got 10-year car loans, y'all. Do they? Thank you so much, Dr. Lisa, for the populars. Do they got a 10-year car note? Put that in the chat, y'all. I didn't even know they had that. Do they? Let me know, y'all. Do they really have a 10-year car note? Because, that's crazy if they do. Thank you so much for the donut, friend. Thank you so much. We are talking about the 50-year mortgage. And is it in your budget, or would you even get? Oh, thank you, Dr. Glenn. Thank you so much for the helmet. That was my first time. They doing the most now, setting people up for failure. Listen, Dr. Cliff, that is so funny. I'm going to put that on a replay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's so funny. But let me know, for the people that's watching on the YT and the book, what do you think? What are your thoughts about the 50-year mortgage? But they are setting people up. They are. I mean, and again, they're more of like, again, that we want to get. And again, I understand, because it's like when you go through the mortgage process, and they usually approve you for a higher mortgage than most people can afford, right? I remember when I first bought my house, y'all. Now, mind you, I was 19. And I think I got approved for a house of like 100,000. That's why I was like, "Ooh, I got approved for 100,000." And mind you, y'all, that was like 20 some years ago. I got approved for 100,000. So your girl was, I was like, "Oh, yes, they do more mortgage than you can afford." Yes, y'all, yes. And I was like, "Ooh, 19." I'm like, but I remember my mom was like, just because they approved you for 100,000 doesn't mean that that's what you should get. Make sure that you can afford that mortgage payment with no overtime, with nothing. Make sure that you can afford it." I think that, Debbie, welcome in, welcome in. I think that was one of the best advice that my mom could give me at 19, buying a house. Yes, I bought my first condo at 21. They tried it. Listen, Alicia, listen, they tried it too with me. Setting up for the house poor. Yes, thank God for mom too. Yes, thank God for mom, y'all. Because I was like, "Oh, 100,000, I'm 19." I'm like, "Oh," but thank God for mom. She's like, "Listen, you don't never know what's going to happen. You need to make sure that you budget that, make sure that the mortgage payment is not on your overtime pay, none of that." So your girl end up getting my first house. I think it was like 80,000. I think it was like 75 because I got first time home buyers program. So I did not go with the higher amount of the 100,000. And even for this house that I'm in now, y'all, when I bought it the second time, they offered me something a large amount, and I was like, "Oh no," because that payment gonna be extremely high. I was like, "No, your mortgage should be half of your paycheck," is what I was told. I think anything coming out of this administration will only benefit the rich. Dr. Cliff, yes, I totally agree. Okay, we gotta be we gotta be looking side eye when it's coming from this administration, y'all, because we already know the way that this administration has been doing things. We know it ain't for us. Okay, it is not for us. But again, I felt like we just had to talk about it tonight. I think it was definitely a good. And again, guess what, y'all? But here's the reality of it, right? Guess what? That if it does get passed, people are going to sign up for it. People are going to sign up for it. Yep, we have to read and pay attention. Yes, people are going to sign up for it. They are. They just are. They definitely, yep. They definitely will. They listen, people are going to be like, "Oh, I can finally get a house." And the people that may not know, on the real talk, it's like people that may not understand the interest and not understand too much of the financial, they're going to be like, "Sign me up." Like, they're going to make money. The banks are going to make money. That even though, we have a lot of people that are educated and say, make sure you educate yourself, there's still going to be a huge amount of people. I mean, look at how Klarna, Affirm, etc. took off. Alicia, listen, when I talk about Klarna and Affirm, y'all, honey, our applications are going to go through the roof if it does. Oh, I know it is. Budget breakdown. It's going to go through the roof, friend. I know it is. It truly is. Enticing, that was filtered. That's why we need platforms like yours. Oh, friend. Thank you so much. Because y'all know your girl come on here and be like, "Now, wait a minute, y'all. Listen, exactly, Tyson." Because I'm gonna be like, "Wait a minute," as your financial coach, you gonna be like, "Janine, should I?" I'm be like, Now, wait a minute, now, friend. I'll be like, "Friend, we got to think about this for a second. We got to think about it." And I know that the mortgage payment may be lower, but let's think about the interest that you are going to pay. Let me just educate you on compound interest. Yes, you are definitely on point. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Cliff. Thank you so much. So, yes, y'all. I think that it is so important, especially like because sometimes we don't know. Sometimes, they say, what's the saying, that we fail for lack of knowledge. Sometimes people just don't know, and they're like, "You know what? I listen." And then a lot of people, y'all, have the what, buyer's remorse, right? They get into it, and then they be like, "Oh man, I should have never done this." But you already signed on the dotted line now. Now, can you probably selling on all the maintenance that comes with home purchases? Yes, the maintenances, y'all. That's why, and I think a lot of times too, we live into this culture where it's like you feel like you're behind if you're renting, right? Like I feel like I know I've heard a lot of people say like you're throwing the money in the trash if you're renting. The value will drop immediately and they may become stuck. Yes. The value may drop. Exactly. That's right. Yeah, exactly. The value may drop. You know what I mean? Or because for real, when you first buy a house, for you to have any type of equity in a house, you need to at least be in a house for 5 years, at least. And then I think is when it comes down to the tax implication, I think it needs to be at least what, a year, I think. And don't quote me. Well, I know it needs to be like at least a year, y'all. So it's just like if they get into it and they be like, oh well, I don't think it's a good idea, then you got to at least stay into it, and you don't really have any equity until 5 to 8 years, depending on the program you have to stay. Exactly. I know. Yes, like, and so if they get into the 50 year and they're like, oh, I don't know, then you got to stay in it for a little bit. Welcome into everybody in the room. Welcome in. We are talking about the 50-year mortgage, that this administration is proposing to. And a couple things too, like how it's going to impact your budget, right, y'all, is you end up paying way more interest, which we already said. Yes, we bought this house in 2005. Nice. You bought it in 2005. Nice. That is really good. That's really good. So we already said, y'all, that number one, you want to end up paying more interest when you choosing the 50-year mortgage. That's right off the bat. For people that may not know, for people that know, that's like right off the bat. You're going to pay more interest in it because it's 50 years. It's 50 years. Okay. Second thing, you build equity extremely slower. That is so, like, the equity in the house is not going to be at the same pace as like a 30-year or 15-year, because early years go more towards interest and less towards paying the principal. So if you think about it, if you're paying that 50-year mortgage and your equity, you probably barely touching the principal at 10 years. So let's say you bought it for 300,000 and you only paid it off to 290,000. If you sell it, you got $10,000 in equity. That's no money. So that's definitely, and again, y'all, I get it. That's why we're talking about it. And look, and most people think you will still be paying the mortgage when your kids are grown. Y'all, if people chose a 50-year mortgage, let's just say you chose it when you were 20. Right? You bought the house when you were 20, you chose a 50-year mortgage, you're not paying it off until you're 70. Yeah. And then you think about it too as a legacy, right? Like if you get the mortgage in like your 30s, 50 years, you'll be 80. If you have a life expectancy of that, you may be bringing in debt for your family. You know what I mean? So, and I think people also too, that I want to say, it hurts your budget long term, your retirement, your savings, your peace. I think that again, this 50-year mortgage, I definitely would be like, even though you may be like, oh, it could fit in the budget barrel, barrel, right? Am I saying it right, friend? I know I'm not saying it wrong. Joseph, welcome in. Thank you so much for liking out the live. Thank you so much for liking out the live, you guys. Welcome in. So I know there's a lot of cons to it. That's why I felt like I was talking about it, you guys. But honestly, you're saying it right. Oh, I feel like I'm saying it wrong, friend. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. When some of these names, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'll be reading the name wrong. Jada Survivor, welcome in. Beryl, welcome. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heartbeat, friend. Thank you so much. Oh, okay, that's the live. Thank you so much. So yeah, y'all, we were talking about the 50-year mortgage. I know a lot of people are like, this is a no for me. Listen, as your financial coach, we are here to help you, guide you to make the right decision, but inform you, give you facts. But at the end of the day, it is a financial decision that you guys have to make. But a lot of people are like, absolutely not. And I'm not gonna lie, you girl, because again, in the long term, it is not beneficial for the person. It really isn't. And again, like I said, I think that we live in this culture, y'all, where it's like delayed gratification is like not a thing. Like Great to see you, and keep the coaching going. We all need your lessons. Oh, thank you so much, Tyson. Thank you so much. Great to see you as well. Let me know, you guys. Put in the chat if you suffer with delayed gratification, like if that's not like a strong point. Like I would say, like, delayed gratification is hard. Okay. It is hard to say no, or to deprive yourself, or like a goal that you have for an extended period of time. And most people don't want to do that. They don't want to delay it long enough for you to save up for the house. They don't want to delay it long enough, for you to get your credit together, for you to get your income together. We live in this culture where it has to happen like yesterday. Let me know in the chat if this is resonating with somebody. Like, delayed gratification, is that something that you struggle with? Because your girl, delayed gratification, you guys, is like, it's hard. It really is. And I feel like, especially the culture that we live in, it's just like everything we needed tomorrow, we needed yesterday. A lot of people don't want to put in the hard work that it takes to maintain things, to maintain a house, y'all. It takes a lot to maintain a house. If something break, if a pipe bust, if the bills fluctuate, all of that, you got to handle all that. You got to pipe that, you got to pay for, repairs. And guess what? It's just going to happen. It's no warning. That's why I talk so much about making sure you save your money, make sure you have an emergency fund, because guess what's going to happen, y'all? Life is going to happen. Okay. I'm here to tell y'all, life is going to happen, whether you're a homeowner or you're not a homeowner. Life is still going to happen. So the importance of emergency fund is very, very important, especially if you are a homeowner. So it's again, the 50-year mortgage is really putting you into a situation that you probably may not be ready for, right? And in the long run, I feel like it will definitely hurt you in the long run. So let me know if you guys could like out the live and share it out, tap out the screen, you guys. I know tonight was supposed to be us talking about saving money, y'all. If you could put into the chat, save with Grace stickers. I have my little save with Grace stickers. Put that in the chat, you guys, so we can get the chat moving a little bit. We are at 27K. Let's see if we can get to 50K before I end the live. But yep, that's why we are talking about it, you guys. That's why it's so important to be on a budget, to know your numbers. Thank you so much for the stickers. To know your numbers. It is so, so important, you guys. But here's a couple things that we can do, like, instead, to get prepared, for if you want to become a homeowner, or instead of stretching a mortgage to 50 years, here's what we can do instead. Get your credit score in better shape. Okay, we need to get our credit together. Who is working on their credit? Put it in the chat if you are currently working on your credit. Your girl is trying to get into the 800 club. Let me know. Is y'all working on y'all credit? I am. I'm trying to get into the 800. Me. Oh, you said me. Julie, welcome in. Welcome in. Yes. Let me know if you guys, okay. So we are working on our credit. So tell me some things that you are doing to work on your credit. Let me know. I'm working on mine too, y'all. Trying to get into the 800 club. Okay. Let me know. Do I got anybody in the room that's in the 800 club that want to drop some tips for your girl? Let me know. The 800 club, y'all. Definitely. I think credit is very important. You will be there soon. Thank you so much, friend. Yes, we go speak that into existence. Yes. Yes. I think, just having overall 800 club is cool. Dr. Cliff, you with the 800 club, friend. Are you there, friend? Let me know. Welcome in, Lisa. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here, friend. Welcome in. We're talking about credit score right now. And we're talking about if you are working on your credit. Let me know if you are working on your credit, things that, kept debt down, and know your reporting date for your credit cards. Yes, friend. Dr. Cliff, thank you so much for liking up the live. Yes. Keep debt down and know your reporting. Yes. And I would even say too, thank you so much, Coach, for the roses. I would even say too that I know a lot of people will say they keep the credit cards under 10 under 30%. But here's what I would say, y'all, that I have been doing. Like, listen, if you can keep those credit card limit at 10% or lower, if you could pay it off, okay, keep it under 10%. Listen, I literally, I was just saying the same thing. Absolutely, 10%, y'all, like 10% or lower. Don't get caught up into, a lot of people will be like, oh, 30%. No, I need to know how to make it jump more. Julie, it's a couple things that you can do, friend. It's a couple things that you can do, but what we're seeing now, I think I'm around 750, but I really don't care about my credit score after buying my house. Nope, 10%. I know. And I get it too. I'm just reading rules. I get it too. I was like, I felt the same way, and I kind of still kind of feel the same way. I'm like, am I in my forever home? Like, I feel like I may be, or I don't know. I'm still like open to buy, but I wouldn't like move anytime soon. So it does change your perspective when you have already got your home already. But still, I kind of just want to like see those numbers. Maybe I'm just being anal about it, but I'm not like stressed about it. I'm obsessed with keeping good credit. Yes, Farrah, I think so too. Like, I'm just not, because there's some perks, right, y'all, that come with the good credit. Like, I'll tell y'all, my coworker that I work with, and I always tell this story, I worked with her for like a long time. She was in the 850. Okay. At first, I'm like, I don't really know to buy that guy. She showed me, y'all. 850. It took a lot of persistence, determination, and hard work. I know that, Dr. Cliff. You like, listen, and that's the thing though, Dr. Cliff, that I think that a lot of people forget that, right? It takes persistence, determination, and hard work. It's not nothing that we're getting overnight, y'all. It's not nothing that we're getting overnight. And again, there are ways and strategies for you to, but sometimes, with the credit game, y'all, it's like, again, we got, play the game. And I will say though, my coworker that has 850, I will say she does play the credit game, y'all. I will say it. Cause like she, a lot of things that she taught me. So one of the things, y'all, that I would tell y'all that I've learned from her, that I know people are like, not only will I say to keep the credit limit under 10%, she barely keeps a balance on her card. But here's what I would say too. That's the trick as well. Make sure that you are applying for increases on your cards, because she leveraged a lot of credit, like hundreds and hundreds of $1,000 in credit. Now, did she use all of that? No, but she leveraged it. Like she had open cards. Now, again, it's all playing this credit game. You may swipe 100 on this card, 100, you know what I mean? Pay it off. But again, they like to see that you have a lot of available credit that you really barely use. But again, it's showing them that you still could be responsible with a higher limit, a higher amount. So that's what I did notice, you guys, about like she had hundreds and hundreds of $1,000. Be transformed, welcome in of credit, y'all, that she just leveraged. You know what I mean? That if she would put a balance on one card, she would pay it off. She would never carry a balance. And I did notice that, y'all, that I started, instead of sometimes maybe applying for a new credit card, because that's going to be, a small hit on your credit. Miss Kaylani, welcome in. Instead of that, try to apply for an increase on your current cards. Now, I know I'm going to tell you what happened to me, y'all. Yes, I have 3 cards, all at 0 balance. Exactly, Dr. Cliff. Exactly. To keep them at 0 balance. I think that's the key. And again, y'all, it's all about the credit. Credit is a game. That's how they want us to play this game. They want us to give you all this credit, like, the availability credit, but they want you to pay it right off. And I would say, y'all, that she, my coworker, I'm about to say, what else did she do? She would also thank you so much for grabbing your. I'm working at getting them all at 0. So in my budget breakdown, friend, I said that's why I already know that's one of the reasons why your girl ain't in 800 club, because I got one card that is very high, that's over the 30% that your girl is working on. But I've been again, for our goals for 2026, I was like, I'm determined to pay off 3 cards. And I'm like, one of the cards are AP Fly. Welcome in. But again, it's just honestly, y'all, it's being strategic. I was about to say too, like one of my cards, I think they were yeah, one of my city cards, y'all. I am also, yes. You got to be strategic about it. Precious, welcome in, welcome in. Now, y'all, now here's what some credit card companies will do. I know this happened to me like I think a month ago. I looked at my credit card statement, y'all, and I didn't even apply for an increase. Then I seen that the increase, I'm like, wait a minute. I called them like, oh, hold up. Let me just make sure, keep working on it. I am Dr. Cliff. I am. I remember calling them. I'm like, wait a minute, like what's going on? I wanted to make sure it wasn't no fraudulent accounts, you know. I just wanted to check it. And they was like, oh, since you were like a loyal customer, you pay your credit card statement on time, whatever. They was like, we increased your credit limit to 2,500. We put an extra 2,500 on your card. I was like, oh, thank you. I was like, is this what y'all normally do? Like, they was like, well, we just, we look at our customers and we'll pick it. I'm like, and guess what? It increased my credit score a little bit just by the increase of the credit limit. Because now the balance that I carry on there, now the percentage is lower because the credit increase is higher. Apple and Amex are great at giving increases without asking, are they? Nice. Nice. I didn't have an Apple or Amex. It was Citi. So Citi card. And I feel like I was like, okay, y'all just be wanting to give people increases. But see, that's how they try to get you sometimes, y'all. Where it's like, now you got to increase. Now you like, oh, now I could spend a little more. But y'all, we gotta Keish, welcome in. But we gotta be strategic, y'all, when it comes down to the credit card. It happens, just prepare to pay towards your principal and pay mortgage off early. If it happens, okay. If it happens, Santoria Queen, welcome in. If it happens, prepare to pay your principal. Are you talking about the 50-year? Yes. Yep. Yep. If it happens, yes. Prepare to pay your principal and pay. Yes, I totally agree that if it do happen and you get it, don't take 50 years to pay it off. Let me see something. I'm just reading up the comments, y'all. Thank you so much for the follow, friend Queen. Thank you so much, Santoria. Hopefully I'm seeing your name right. Let's see. It is tempting to start spending. I know, Dr. Cliff, listen, that's how they get you. They sit up there and increase your limit. Bless Beauty, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. That's what they do. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart, me, friend. That's how they get you, y'all. That's how they get you, though. But we got to have a discipline. They like, we want to increase your limit, right? So now that 10% that, let's say that you keep the car under 10%. Now you can spend a little more because they didn't increase your limit. Don't just be going to spend the cards if y'all need it. Don't just be like, you know what? Let me just swipe the card. I'm keeping it under 10%, y'all. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. But again, I will say that when you leverage more credit, your in reference to your credit cards, thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart, me friend. Yep, off to the mall. I know that it's like, listen for your girl. I'm like, ooh, I could buy that bag. I could buy that Louis bag. I can get them shoes I want. Listen, y'all. Yes, and it's so that, but it's like, listen, they definitely do that on purpose, y'all. They do that on purpose. And I'm like, they know doggone well I didn't apply for no increase. But again, it do help your credit in the long run. Your score, Foxy Vet, welcome in. So oh, thank you so much for the Pharaoh. Oh my gosh, I love these gifts, y'all. It tickled me so much. We were like Charlie Angels in here. Thank you so much, Dr. Cliff, for the Pharaoh mask friend. Like, these gifts crack me up. I'm telling y'all. Thank you so much, y'all. Thank you so much. It's so funny when I see it. I'll be watching my replay of the live, y'all, and my face, I'll be like, oh my gosh. These gifts are so funny though, y'all. It'd be so funny. You know how like when you see the whales, you know what I mean? You see the whales come in the room, you be like, or you see the galaxies. You ever seen a galaxy throne, y'all? Y'all going to them higher room, you see a galaxy or a whale, you be like, whoa. I know I do. I'd be like, whoa, that's a high level stuff, y'all. But But again, thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate everyone for being here. Thank you so much for the gifts, the taps, the likes. Even if you can, you can't give your time of being in my room, spending time tapping out the screen, sharing it out, putting the comments in, being engaging. I truly appreciate each and every one of you guys. I said, I remember a time when I first started going live, it was nobody in my room, y'all. It was nobody. Nobody was here at all. I was talking to myself. I was like, oh my God. But I'm so glad that I still continue. So thank you so much for being here, y'all. But yeah, when it talks about the credit score, you definitely have to be patient. Only spend what you can afford. Credit card protects your money. I love Amex for that. Oh, it protects your money. Yes, I do. Listen, your girl don't got an Amex yet. And here's what I would say to y'all. My coworker that I was telling you about, you are very helpful. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Kaylati. I truly appreciate it, friend. I would say that my coworker, y'all, that I'm talking about, she had an Amex. I think it was black, or I don't know what if it was black, but I know she had an Amex with an unlimited credit score. Thank you so much for the populars, Pleasantry. Thank you. An unlimited credit score, y'all. I never heard of such a thing. An unlimited credit score. Have y'all heard of that for the Amex? All my Amex users, put it in the chat. Thank you so much for the poppers. Have y'all heard of the unlimited credit score? Keisha, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for the ice cream. No, Miss Leslie, it's a thing. It's real. Amex and again, it's the diamond card. See, I'm about to say that. I know I ain't crazy. It's the diamond card. So y'all, Amex has a diamond card where it's an unlimited credit limit. It's unlimited, right, y'all? So my coworker had this. Now I think it's probably for the elite of the elite of the elite people. I'm pretty sure their credit score probably got to be like 830 or higher. I mean, I don't know. I'm just guessing, but I'm pretty sure that they thank you so much, Kay, for the follow. We are talking about credit. Thank you so much, friend. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm pretty sure, y'all, that their credit had to be good. So, but again, that's goals for all of us, y'all. We and again, some people may not be so much into the credit, but here's what I will say though. Thank you so much for the kittens. That if it's sad to say, but it's the truth. Your credit affects everything, right? We're not just talking about the credit cards while learning something new all the time from you. Miss Leslie, thank you so much. Unlimited. Rose, yes, unlimited. Rose, do you hear me? Unlimited, friend. Unlimited. Dee, welcome in. Welcome in. Yes, I said it right. Unlimited. Thank you so much, Miss Leslie. I feel like I want to always come on here if you learned something. Dee, welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. I try to make sure that I come on here and be prepared, give y'all the most accurate information. So thank you so much for feeling like you learned so much from me. That does my heart well. I feel like I've done my job. But y'all, yes. What was we talking about? The unlimited card? Yeah. But no, this is what I'm about to say. That even if we just talking about like credit cards, right? And you talking about having that higher credit score, that even though you may not be in the business of like purchasing a house, but like, do y'all not know, y'all, that your credit is affected when you look at your car insurance? Right, that they can be charging you higher for your car insurance. Khadija, welcome in because of your credit. When you do like your utilities, your electric and your gas, they run all of that based on your credit. So sometimes, y'all, it's not just for the housing or it's not just for the car. That low key, your credit affects a lot of areas of your life. Like it affects a lot of it. And it's not just for, the big purchases. Like, listen, them car insurance people, they pull it and they be like, okay, and they will charge you a higher premium. I know, for prime example, cell phones, you can pay a higher security deposit for a place to live. Exactly. Apartments, definitely, for sure, y'all. Definitely. If you get an apartment, place to live, they definitely charge you, because again, right, y'all, it's not just about the credit score, but it's for the company that you're more of a liability, that they really can't trust you because you haven't had good history to show that you can pay your bills on time. So now it's like, that's the whole thing, like with the credit, y'all. So that's why to, you know, a car insurance company or a cell phone bill or, you know, utilities, they're thinking that, okay, it's a little higher risk for me to allow this person to use my services, you know, because they may not pay the bill and I may not get paid. So they feel like, okay, well, we're going to charge you a little more then. We could charge you a little more. So again, just, you know, the credit overall, my ADP security system wanted to check my credit. Oh yes, bros. Oh yeah. The security system, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised, you guys, about the amount of companies that check your credit that is outside of like the mortgage and a car note. Because that's what we kind of think about all the time. You think about, oh, well, you know, I need to have a good credit score for the mortgage. I need to have a good credit score for the car note. But you need to have a good credit score, period, because you know, you don't realize that much more people are checking your credit that you don't realize. And these are services that we need, right? See, welcome in, welcome in. Like you need a security system, right? Like you need utilities, you need all of these things, you need car insurance for your car. And it's like, again, you know, it ties into the whole fact of like we need to be good stewards of what we have. We need to, you know, educate ourselves, try to live below our means. But yes, credit score is definitely important. And if you guys, I talked about this before in my live, but I always recommend all of my clients, you guys, to make sure that you are pulling your credit reports every year. I think I paid too much for my ADP. Probably so, Rose. Like if the credit wasn't good, probably so. But one of the things that I would recommend you guys to do, it is free. It's called annualcreditreport.com. Make sure you guys are going on that website once a year, pulling all of your 3 of your credit bureaus and making sure that the information on your credit report is accurate, making sure that you know your numbers, making sure you know all of your accounts on there, you guys. So that's one of the things I always, you know, tell my clients, all the new people, my community, make sure you pull in your credit report. Not just, you know, because you know how you have the apps on your phone. You know, you have your Coach Chantel, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart me. You know how you guys have the apps on your phone. You know, you may have Credit Karma on your phone. You may look at your credit score from, you know, your banking app. So yes, that's good to also monitor it that way. But we want to make sure that we also pull our credit report once a year. Good evening, friend. Good evening. No, my credit was great, but their equipment was so expensive. Oh, your credit was great, but okay. Your credit was great. Oh, so yeah, their equipment was expensive. Yeah. So that's, and I'm about to say too, I'm trying to think, like, I think like Verizon, thank you so much for the popular Verizon, you know, like all of these companies pull your credit. And that's why I think it's so important to make sure, again, y'all, that we are pulling our credit score every year, y'all, every year. Thank you so much for the donuts, friend. Thank you so much. Every year, we're going to annualcreditreport.com. Go there and pull your credit report. Make sure that you are understanding what's on your credit report. It is so, so important. If you don't understand what's on it, you don't know how to read it, listen, I talk about it. We can set up a session, we can figure out like how to read it, because when you download that stuff from the annual credit, it's a lot to read, y'all. It's a lot of stuff on your Tiplet, welcome in, friend. So excited for you to be here. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you guys for being here. If you could tap out the live, for all the new people that are here, my name is Janine. I talk about all things personal finances with God in the center. And I am a financial coach. I help moms get on a budget, save money, and get out of debt. But tonight we were talking about the 50-year mortgage and is it good for your budget? But right now we're talking about credit. How honestly, if you was to even think about a 50-year mortgage, your credit needs to be good. It needs to be, and it needs to be good. Most of the time, I feel like for most mortgages, Dr. Cliff, that was filter friend. I don't know why that was filter. Oh no, I didn't mean to. I invited somebody by accident, y'all. Lex, I didn't mean to invite you, friend. Dr. Cliff, thank you so much. Lex, welcome in. I'm sorry, friend. I didn't mean to invite you up. That was by accident. But welcome in, Lex. Welcome in, friend. Hey, friend. Welcome in, Lex. Truly appreciate you for being here, friend. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We were talking about credit, but we also were talking about the 50-year mortgage. Lex, let me know, or all the new people that are in the room, let me know if you heard about the 50-year mortgage. Let me know your thoughts about it. Is it a yay for you? Is it a no? Is it like, girl, no? Or is it like, what is a 50-year mortgage? Like, if you want me to talk about, thank you so much for the popular friend. Thank you so much. But you are a great live host. Thank you so much. Beryl, thank you so much. I think a lot of people say that. It's like, you're great. I think maybe because of like my voice be going, yes, I've heard about it. Lex, so what do you think? Do you feel like it's a yay for you, or is it like a nay? Like, is it like, Janine, absolutely not. What is it? What is it? I'm writing notes. Dee, you're writing notes for what is it? So the 50-year mortgage is a mortgage loan for 50 years. So right now they have a 15-year, I think they got a 10. I'm pretty sure they got a 10. They got a 10-year mortgage, 15 years, 30 years, which most people know. And then the Donald Trump administration and the federal housing financial agency was proposing a 50-year mortgage. Now, again, with the 50-year mortgage, the reason why they are proposing that, because they have a housing crisis and they are trying to allow people that wasn't eligible to get a 30-year mortgage to do a 50-year. So then your mortgage payment is going to be much lower. So it's going to allow people to get into houses that may haven't, wasn't eligible for. Got it, girl. Praying for you and what you are doing here. Love it. Oh, thank you so much, Pleasantry. I truly appreciate it. I'm interested. My goal is pay off, no paying on. Lex, let me see what you said. I gotta go. Although it sounds amazing, but thinking about interest rate will be double, right? Yes. Yep. Lex, yes. You got it, friend. You got it. Us seashells, welcome in, friend. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, Lex, it's exactly that. I'll tell people that again, with the administration, y'all know we gotta look side eye when we look at it. I will see you next time. I have an early morning. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, friend. Hey, friend. Hey, friend. Welcome in. Welcome in. But Lex, yes, it's definitely yeah, your mortgage is, you said if it's going to be double you pay. I think like at this point, thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart, me friend. I feel like at this point, it'll probably be triple because you figure 50 years. Nick, welcome in, welcome in. 50 years is a long time. You're going to pay way more interest now. Again, oh, that means you have to pay off the interest first, right? Yes, Dee. So when you think about it, because a regular 30-year mortgage, 50 is insane. I know, Lex. It really is. It really is. Thank you so much for the populars. And again, they're doing this because, in the long run, they're going to get more money from you, y'all. This makeover, welcome. And in the long run, they're going to get more money from you. And again, your house payment will be lower. But again, 50 years, you probably want to be paying interest. Oh, sorry, that was a filtered friend. Hold on, see, that was filtered. I'm going. Okay, let me say the 50-year loan means you are less likely to own your home. I agree, friend. Cesar, I agree. Because at the end of the day, when you think about equity in a home, when we think about all of that, 50 years, you figure the first 10 years of that mortgage is probably going straight to interest, that you probably not even going to touch the principal. You probably not even going to touch the principal at that point. It's 50 years. You probably won't even touch the principal the first 10. So again, the whole reason to get the mortgage, to build some equity, it's like it's going to extend that so long. But again, like I said, you guys, and for the people that have been in the room, as they know, like I said, some people are going to get it. Exactly, like Liv. Yes, like exactly. Like I said, y'all, some people are going to get it because again, it's the instant gratification. Nick, welcome in, welcome in. We were talking about the 50-year mortgage, y'all. Is it good for your budget? Is something that you would consider? is it like 50-year mortgage? What is that? Like, so that's what we are talking about. But yeah, y'all, a lot of people are going to apply. Exactly. And a lot can happen in 50 years. Exactly. Both of y'all. Budget breakdown. A lot of people are going to apply. Yes, they are. And she sells it. Yes, exactly. A lot is going to happen. Yeah, 50 years. A lot. Yep. Long term will be crazy. Exactly. But I'm telling you all, most people ain't going to think about long term. They just going to think of, oh, I can get in a house now. And they feel like, oh, I could just figure it out later, y'all. I could just figure it out later. I could just get in the house now. And again, they're doing this so they can get people in the house. But sometimes when things are given to you, Dee Dee, thank you so much for the rules. Well, sometimes when things are given to you, like before you're prepared for it, is also can hinder you on the back end, right? Like it's almost like when God blesses you with something, but you wasn't ready to receive that, and then you get it, and then you kind of like, thank you so much for getting your daily heart me friend. You are 86 in the fan club. Oh, that's good. Yes. Thank you so much. Yeah, because sometimes we not prepared for it, y'all. You know what I mean? It's like I never knew there was such a thing. Nick, this is actually something that the administration is proposing. It hasn't been signed in Congress, it hasn't been passed, but this is something that they're proposing. And that's why it's kind of like, in the financial sector, everybody is like all in cahoots about it, and people are talking about it. So I'm like, oh, I have to talk about it. You don't know, as a financial coach, I'm like, oh, I gotta come bring it to my community. What is it? I enjoyed your live. Gotta go. Dr. Cliff, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you, friend, more than you know. I appreciate everybody for being here more than you guys know. Thank you so much for the gifts and everything. They were so funny, but thank you so much. Truly appreciate it. But Nick, yeah, it's a thing, friend. It's something that people are talking about, but honestly, I don't think it's a good move for you're going to pay too much in interest. You're going to build equity extremely slower. And yeah, you'll be paying it off for a long time. You'll be paying it off for a long time. So I just really don't think that it's a good financial move. But just like we said, people are going to do it because some people are uninformed, and 50 years will cause people to stretch their budgets, not in a good way. You see, Chelsea? Yes. When I tell you, friend, now I had to come on here and be like, wait a minute, because listen, even though in the budget your housing will be, oh my God, thank you for the money, God, friend. Friend, thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you, Dr. Cliff. Oh my gosh, friend, the Jim Gun, thank you. Thank y'all so much. Oh man, you are just coming in and showing out, friend. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate you. But yeah, y'all. Again, I think it's, I don't think it's going to be financial in the long term. It will hurt the budget, because if you think about like long term, right? You think about 50 years, and even though your housing payment, your mortgage may be lower right now, and on the back end, right? On the back end, financially, for retirement, for investing, it won't be good. It won't be good. So yeah, y'all. Oh my gosh. Such a great. I feel like this was. I knew it was gonna be a good topic, y'all. I felt like when I said it, I was like, oh, I gotta talk to my community about the 50-year mortgage, y'all. I figured this was gonna be such a good topic because it's just so needed that we need to inform ourselves. We need to make sure that we stay up with what's going on. Bamboo baby, welcome in, friend. We have to make sure that we staying up with the times, making sure that we are educating ourselves when it comes down to finances, because things are always changing. It's always something new, and we got to stay educated, you guys. We really do. We really do. So, in reference to your budget, it is very important. And again, I don't think that the 50 year is a good thing. So, have you seen his or her money on YouTube? I don't know if they're still making videos. His or her money. I haven't seen them on YouTube. Exactly. Taxes and everything. Your mortgage creeps up over the years. It sure do. It sure does. When it comes to taxes and everything, listen, y'all, and this happened, and I wanted to talk about this for all of the mortgage people. I mean, well, all of the homeowners, y'all. This is what I did, and I was so mad at myself. Everybody that's a homeowner, listen, make sure. This is what I recently did, y'all. My new house, I've been here for 3 years, and I'm so upset, y'all, that my homeowner's insurance for my house had went up. I don't know. This was recently, maybe like 6 months ago. They sent me a letter, and it was like, your mortgage is going up $200. And I'm just like, what? Why? What? Yeah. Because they're saying that the homeowner's insurance went up. So I'm calling around. I'm like, okay, so I don't understand why the homeowner's insurance went up. So my mom, now mind you, I will say my mom's an accountant, so my mom just be up on it. So so she was like, you need to make sure that she's like, did you shop around for your homeowner's insurance? And I'm like, now mind you, I was so excited to buy the house 3 years ago. I've had the same homeowner's insurance for the last 3 years. And I'm like, no, I ain't shop around. This is one of the things that she has said that I would recommend for all of my homeowners on the chat, on the live that you are watching on the replay. Make sure you get a broker, like an insurance broker that will shop around for you for the most, the most variable rate when it comes down to insurance. Because I'm telling y'all, I don't want what happened to me happen to y'all. So I called a insurance broker. I looked around for insurance. My mortgage, y'all, went down. Now, mind you, I told you that it was going up $200. My mortgage went down almost $250 because I switched the insurance company and I did not shop the first time that I got the house. I've been with this homeowners insurance company for 3 years. So your girl has been overpaying, okay, for 3 years, and my mortgage could have been $300 cheaper because I didn't shop around. Y'all, listen, I need to do this, Lex. Listen, don't be like your girl. And the only reason why I even decided to shop around because the mortgage had went up. That's the only reason, y'all. But I'll be thinking to myself, 3 years I overpaid for homeowners insurance. I wanted to almost cry, you guys. So make sure you're not doing like your girl. Get an insurance broker, okay? Not just, it's like a regular insurance, not, one from a company, somebody that is shopping around the rates for when it comes down to homeowners insurance. That way, you're getting the best rates. You're getting the best because it affects your mortgage payment. Yes, you can also appeal the rate increases. Most states have insurance administration department. Oh, she's Steph, welcome in, welcome in. 2 years for me, sis. I need to contact a broker because, oh my goodness, Lex, listen, I almost fell out in the chair, friend. I said, my God, I've been in this house 3 years. I'm just doing a calculation, y'all, because I be calculating stuff. I'm like, oh my God. Now, mind you, y'all. Now, again, as a new homeowner, you so glad you got the house. I it was like, okay, well, whatever insurance company that the mortgage person had, referred me to, I just took that one and I was like, okay, and kept it for the 3 years. Never looked at it, never looked at the rate, never like my mortgage went up 150. Listen, mine was trying to go up to 200. And I'm like, now mind you, y'all, my mortgage is my highest bill. And y'all know me being a budget. And I'm like, oh, hold up now. Now wait a minute now. Okay. That's a little too much. And when I got the insurance broker, exactly, I was so excited. See, listen, same me. I'm so excited to get the house. You freaking listen. First of all, anybody know the housing process, right? All of the things that you had to go through to get the house, all of the paperwork, all of the things. By the time you sign on the closing, you ain't trying to do no extra work. Okay. You done already got the house. You done already did the legwork. But I would tell you, listen, friend, you may not have to do it that day when y'all sign on closing, but I would say within that year, the Realist RT, welcome in. Within that year, make sure that you get an insurance broker. Now I have one, and my mom, she referred me to the guy. So now mine's go up due to property tax. She says now, when it comes down to property tax, there's nothing we can do about that. Now, I know in reference to property tax, we can't handle with the taxes, and mine's go up in reference to the property tax as well. The Realist RT, thank you so much for being here. Now, that's nothing that we can control. But again, we could be, putting some money aside for, property tax, for the increase when it comes in. We just went with the insurance we already had for our car. Listen, Rose, I think that's what I did too. And that's not always the best option when you just go for the insurance for your car just because they have the homeowner's insurance. Because matter of fact, I think that's what I did. I think I went with the insurance for my car. And I realized that it was just easier because they're like, oh, well, we give you a discount since you're bundling it and all that. Just because it's with your car and you decide to get it for your mortgage doesn't mean that you're getting the best rate. Because listen, your girl had to shop around and I realized I was overpaying the last 3 years. So again, when y'all look into an insurance broker, they're going to look at all of the homeowners, they're going to look at the best rate for you for the homeowners insurance. They also want to make sure too, which is very important, you guys, that when you're housing, when your equity and your value of your home goes up, you want to make sure that you have the right coverage for your homeowner's insurance, y'all. That's another important key that I had to learn, that I think that my insurance, wasn't covering, like I didn't have the right coverage. So again, your insurance broker is going to make sure that you have the right coverage for your home. Because again, let's say your home is worth 400,000 and you got 400, but then the value went up to 500,000 and you keep that 400,000 on your, as your policy, right? God forbid something happened to your house, they only paying you out 400,000. But if it was worth 500, you need to make sure that you're insured. And again, they'll go over all that. I don't know all of the the nitty gritty when it comes down to that. But I know I am Coach Jen. Welcome in. I know that you have to make sure that your insurance is matching like the worth and value of your home. That's very, very important. Ooh, out. Oh, yes, it's very, very important. So again, y'all, your girl had to learn the hard way. Okay. So I don't want y'all to do that. Okay. So again, make sure y'all take some time. And I know sometimes we busy, we on the go, we moms, we working our jobs. Thank you so much for becoming a title gifter of the donuts, friend. I know it's so busy because that's what made me put it off for forever. You know what I mean? I'm busy, I'm working, taking care of the kids and all that stuff. But sometimes, you guys, we have to prioritize things. And it's like when it comes down to your money, okay? When it comes down to these coins, y'all, Coach, welcome in, welcome in. But when it comes down to these coins, if we could save some coins, we just need to put the work in. We need to take some time off, write it down, put it on your to-do list. If you have a list of things also too. Thank you. Have a blessed night. Didi, thank you so much for being here. You have a blessed night as well. I know it's late on the East Coast, y'all. Your girl be talking. But again, y'all, this is just what I always want to come in. Yes, save these coins. Yes, so we can save them. We need to save them, y'all. Okay. So that's why I would tell people, anybody that own a home, make sure you get an insurance broker. I'm telling you again, the Clone Creator, welcome in, friend. Truly appreciate you for being here. So yeah, it's so important, y'all, to, again, these little steps, right? These little things that we're going to work on, when it comes down to your credit, when it comes down to insurance, all of these little things will pay off in the long run, you guys. It will pay off in the long run. So it's so important to do. I think also to you guys, I'm going to do a collaboration on, which is a very important topic, you guys, that I feel like I have to talk to y'all about. Put it in the chat if you guys have a life insurance. This is like it's not even an untouched topic, but this is such a big topic, you guys, that I feel like I could talk on this live for another hour about this. I won't, but when I tell you I'm going to do a collect 2 policies, Nick. Okay. Now here's my question, friend. Here's my question. Because sometimes people will be like, okay, you got 2 policies. This is my question. If you don't mind sharing, how much is the policies? Because I think this is where people get tripped up on. How much is, if you want to like disclose, how much the policies are, because I think that people get tripped up about the policies when it comes down to the amount that you should have. Do you do the homestead tax credit program? Yes, I have 2 policies too. Yes, seashells, I do the homestead tax program, and I actually just did it. I actually just did it. See, that's another thing, y'all. Your girl, I'm a low keeper. 50 at work, 25 other. Friend, and I knew, and I figured, and I'm like, let me just say, I'm just going to tell you, Nick. And I was like, I'm not, because I can be on here. I'm just going to say, friend, that's not enough. And at first I felt the same way, like 50 at work, 25K. I'm gonna tell you right now, I know it ain't enough. When it comes down to life insurance, it should be 10 times your income. It should be 10 times your income. Now I can go into this show about why it should be like that. I feel like mine is not enough. It's not. Most people have the life insurance from their job, and I was the same one, y'all. I had to do my research, y'all. Okay, yep, it's not enough. Yep, y'all. And again, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I ain't trying to talk, y'all. Listen, I know 250K other, and then 200 from work, and I'm looking for more. See, she says, there we go, 200. Yes, but if anybody, that's definitely good. Oh, okay, so yeah, it's not enough. Nope. Because I was thinking the same thing, y'all. I was thinking, okay, like 50 at the job, because your job gives you rent. But here's the thing that I want y'all to think about it, especially for moms, especially for for people that are depending on your income, right? If somebody is depending on your income, if you have a spouse, like if you lose a spouse, you are depending on that income. It needs to be 10 times your pay. I did not know that 10 times your income, learning a lot. Yes, it needs to be 10 times your income. And I'm going to tell you why. Because again, life insurance is there to replace the amount, replace the income. Got it. Yes. And again, y'all, I'm gonna do another live on this, because I feel like I do have a financial guru that is in my space, that she does retirement. She's a great, I'm gonna bring her on the platform, and it's going to be strictly for life insurance. Listen, you guys, I literally I used to just get the one from my job to 50K and 70K. Let's just think about it for a second. Let's say that all together you use the one from your job that's you use the one for your job that's like 50,000, and then you have 25. Let's say, God forbid, something happened to you, right? And your loved one, again, they're dependent. If you have kids, if you don't have kids, even if if it's just you and your spouse, like, that's not even going to be enough. That it wouldn't be enough for, anything. Like, if you have debt, if you had like the mortgage and none of that. Now I'm thinking about it in reference to 10 times my income. I have a policy that's 1.5. 1.5. Now, number one, I said off the back for me, because I'm a single mom of 3. Number one, I would make sure that my house is paid off, that my kids going through the grief process, they're not struggling and scrambling, trying to figure out they would not be able to afford my mortgage payment at all. So this is number one that you guys are thinking about. Again, even for the spouse, if you don't have kids, if you have somebody dependent on your income, the first thing you should be wanting to pay off is that mortgage. Because again, grief, people are not going to be in a right state of mind. None of that, especially if you are a mom, right? If you are a mom, I thought about it, I'm like, man, 50,000 or 75,000, that's not even going to touch my kids. My kids will be forced either, yeah, I was told you need to get enough for the mortgage. Yes, and you need to even have more than that. But that should be the bare minimum for the mortgage. Because I was thinking of, like, if something happened to me and my kids wouldn't even know what to do. Number one, they wouldn't even know, even though they're older, they wouldn't even know what to do. So I would not want them to be forced out of the house because they can't afford it. Y'all know how it go when people die. Y'all know. Listen, when people get crazy. Now y'all know how money and all that can get. So you want to put things in place, you guys. Now, number one, with the life insurance is definitely important. 10 times your income, right? Number one, it could pay off the mortgage, pay off any debt that you have is paying off. It will prepare for burials, all of that. Because how many, put it in the chat, coach, welcome in, put it in the chat of how many people y'all see that suddenly been taken away, and their families have gold funds for them. Put it in the chat, y'all. I see this all the time. People have gold funds because nobody is putting things in place when they are alive. We gotta take care. And I can go on a whole soapbox for this, y'all, but I ain't gonna do it. This was right on time because I was just talking about it today. Cecil, yes. Listen. Wow, several people. Exactly, y'all. But again, too many people to count. Exactly, y'all. Because people, they put it off. They put it, and I know it's one of those things. It's like, oh, it's so many. Exactly, y'all. So many. You just don't never know the day nor hour. But one of the things that I said to myself that I refuse to do is when my children is grieving the loss of their mom, that they don't have to worry about finances. They're not going to have to fight about, oh, we got to move out. We can't afford, like, all of that grief. They already going to be in grief because they lost you, right? That we need to be good stewards and make sure that we have, things in place for our loved ones, y'all. And the next thing I would say, and I'm going to do another live on y'all, put off their life insurance and estate planning. People put off their life insurance. Ooh. Sorry, I didn't hit the mic off. Can you hear me? Okay. I didn't hit the mic off, y'all. Yes, people put off the life insurance and estate planning. And yes, y'all. And this is another thing that I am doing, y'all, that I'm going to do another live on is do your will. Y'all heard me. I'm going to say it again. Do your will. I am 38 years old and I'm talking to the young people, the whatever age group I have on here, you guys. Do your will. What type of policies would you suggest, whole or term? I would suggest term, not whole. That's why I said I can get into it. But I definitely, yes, I still need to do mine. She said, when I tell you, friend, I'm talking to you and me and everybody on here. Okay. So 2 things. If y'all didn't pick up anything that I said, y'all don't remember anything tonight. I want y'all to remember 2 things. Number 1, make sure you get a life insurance policy. Make sure you do your research and get 10 times your income. Have you heard of IUL? No, friend, I haven't. Tell me what it is. Let me know. You need another live for this. I know, Nick. Listen, I know. I said it. I said, see, y'all, listen, y'all done got me on a whole because I want to explain the life insurance, whole or term, and why it's better to have term, because it's a reason why I say that. But y'all, I can have y'all on here all night. I don't want to do that. That's a newer term policy right now. Oh, it's a newer pure. I haven't heard of it, but I will do my research, friend. I will do it. And I know y'all, I'm going to have to do a lot. It's like a combination of the 2. It's a combination of the 2. I went to do my research, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to do my research on it. And look, if it's a combination of the 2, I don't know. I'm gonna be very honest and transparent. I'm gonna do my research, right? But when we have the retirement, because I'm gonna make sure they get all your friends, your moms, your cousins, your auntie, everybody. Okay. When I say everybody that I'm gonna do a live for. Lynn, welcome in, you guys. That we are going to talk about life insurance and getting a will. We have to do it, y'all. I've been telling my mom, and I told her, I said, Mom, the next time, yes, I just heard of it today and I will learn about it. Yeah, I'm going to learn about it. See, because that's why I say some stuff is always, Toya NZ, welcome in. Stuff is always changing when it comes down to finance, y'all. It's always changing. Was always learning. I've heard term can pay lower, but the policy in the trust, yes. Now that's why I want to talk about term. That the policy is definitely going to be lower, definitely for sure. And see, I don't want to get into why I don't like the whole, but it's a reason why I don't like the whole, y'all. There's a reason, but I feel like I'm gonna be on here, y'all. Your girl, listen, I know it's late on the East Coast, but y'all, it's definitely two things we're gonna talk about, y'all. I promise y'all, whole life cash value. Yes, and a lot of people think of the whole life cash value. I know a lot of people will think about it, but again, y'all, I want to educate. That's why I come on here to educate, because just because the whole life, number one, their cash value sucks, right? And you're trying to put 2 products, you're trying to build an investment product and a life insurance product together. But again, y'all, I ain't gonna go on my little soapbox with it, okay? That's why we all gonna be educated on it. We all gonna be educated. And again, as a financial coach, I've just learned about this today. While my whole life is not that great. Oh, seashells, listen, When it comes down to whole life, you could be sitting up there paying that policy for years and years on end, and you think the cash value is extremely high, that you done paid almost 30, 40, 50,000 dollars, and the cash value is like 10. Like, again, I ain't gonna go on my little soapbox, y'all. I can't wait for the next live. Exactly. Now, wait, it may not be the next live, because the next live is what? Debt Free Friday. But I am going to schedule it. So make sure y'all put the notification bells. Make sure you're following your girl. I'm going to make sure I do the flyers on it. I'm actually going to talk to the creator, because she sells the whole life insurance. She's on here. I'm going to bring her on up here, because again, we are here to educate our community. And again, y'all, it's not about like a wrong way, like, oh, don't choose the whole, don't choose the life. Now I just want to educate you in a way for you to make informed decisions. That's what the goal of a financial coach is. I can tell you my opinions on it. I can tell, and then I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not just going to tell you my opinions and not give you the facts behind it, right? And break it down in the most simplest form for you to understand. Pure, thank you so much for the follow, friend. So again, we all have to be educated on it, and we want to educate ourselves. But if y'all don't remember two things, y'all, think about a life insurance, right? And two, think about what time do you come on live. I come on live 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. All the information is in the bio, y'all. But again, I'm going to make sure that I probably do this live on a different day, maybe on like a Tuesday and a Thursday. So it could be something different, but y'all could probably register for it. I am going to probably message the creator, and I'm going to link it. So it'll probably be, what's today? Today is Wednesday. So Thursday, Friday. If it's not this weekend, y'all, it'll be next week, because I want it to be fresh in our minds. I'm going to put the flyer out there. And again, this is going to be all about life insurance, or which one to choose, and about writing your will. Two very important things for us to do. And listen, we got time before 2026 happens, y'all, to get the life insurance in place and to get the will done. Okay. So make sure, you guys, this is from now. I already have the life insurance, but I know I have to write the will. And there are reasons why it's so important to write the will, y'all, because one of the things is, you think that your assets and what you own automatically go to your kids and family. It does not work like that. The government has a say. Okay. The government has a say. So that's why we got to write the will. Now again, the will can be changed, y'all. It can be changed. It can be updated, but you have to have something in place that, God forbid something happen. You break down your assets. Well, who get what goes where, all of that. So then that way you don't have the government deciding on your proper, what family and all of that. Can you do one about trust too? Yes, I can do one about trust. Yep, you will do it. Yup. And also look out for coming. Listen, y'all, I'm working on things in the background, y'all. Y'all know, listen, your girl is working. My website will be live soon, you guys. January 1st, I am going to bring how do you get the will authentication notarized? I don't know. Listen, that's what I'm saying. The will, that I'm like, I don't know. I didn't do the will yet, so I don't know. But again, I'm gonna bring the creator on here. That's the guru in it. She sells it. I don't know, Pure, but listen, I promise you that the live will answer all of the questions. And these are good ones, y'all, because I'm gonna go back and make sure that we answer all of it. Because the one thing that I always would tell you, your girl don't know everything. I will be on here, and I don't want to tell you inaccurate information. I'm gonna tell you what I specialize in, which is the budgets. We can get that together, okay? But when it comes down to the will, oh, I hope I don't miss it. Listen, I'm gonna try to make it as feasible for everybody. But again, y'all, one of the platforms that I am working on the back end, or it be for my community that enjoys my lives, that enjoys the information that you guys will have. This is some good information. Thank you so much, bros. That the platform that I'm working on, okay, look, she shall say, hold up. Let me see what she's saying. Hire a notary. I have done others, but just not your own. Okay, so she's saying hire a notary. Listen, I'm about to say, I don't know. When it comes down to the will, I haven't done it, and I haven't really had to notarize it, so I wouldn't know. But I would say that again, the platform that I am going to introduce this, like all of the notes on my live, everything I talk about. If you missed a live, if you know you just want to have the notes, because I know some of the lives are late for people, that it will be available to you. So just know your girl's working on some things, because again, for personal finance, there are things that are always coming out. There are things that always change, and I want to be able to reach you guys, not just on here. Love the note idea, yes. Do you know how many times people have messaged me and said, can I get your notes from your live? I talked about high yield savings account. And that's another one, y'all. I talked about high yield savings account. I talked about the 3 top high yield savings account. People wanted the notes. They was like, listen, can we get the notes? And again, I know that everybody is not going to is going to be able to make every live, but at least you'll still have access to that information. You can ask me about it, but it'll just be on that platform. So it's coming soon, y'all. It's coming soon. I guarantee you. Listen. You need a certain template, or okay, it's coming soon. Look out for it, y'all. Your girl is working on the back end, because I all want us to win when it comes down to our personal finances, but I also want us to be educated as much as we can, y'all. So y'all, listen, it is 10:10 on the East Coast. Okay, listen, y'all. Your girl is about to get up. Are you on the YT? Yes, I am on the YT, y'all. If y'all not following your girl on the YT, what you waiting for? What are y'all waiting for? I'm trying to get what are you waiting for? The way to follow me on the YT, y'all. If you go up to the BIO and you click on it, it says stand, but it has 2 links there, y'all. 2 links. I gotta be careful what I'm saying on here, because they listen. If you go to the LINK and the BIO, right, it's 2 links. Dr. Michelle, welcome in, welcome in. It's 2 of them on here. One of them say the YT, and then the other one says stand. Thank you so much for getting your daily heart me. The other one says STN, which is my stand, and that has my free resources on it, all the information. But if you want to know the YT, if you click on that link, it'll take you straight there. So make sure y'all following your girl over there. Dr. Michelle, welcome in. And you know what, y'all, on that platform, I'm about to do a budget with me on Fridays. So some stuff I put on this platform, but other stuff. So if you want to see how I do my budget every Friday, if you want to do the number, if you want to look into my budget, y'all, because I'm gonna be transparent over there, right? So I feel like I have enough time to be able to be transparent and go through the numbers. I think I'm gonna start a series that's like budget with me Fridays, maybe like a coffee type of thing. We relax and chill, and I'll show you like the spreadsheet, what I do when I budget my money. So if you guys are interested, make sure you're following your girl on the YT. I love budgeting videos. I just bought my calendar. Yes, we will definitely look for you on the YT. Yes, find your girl over there. Because y'all, I ain't even gonna lie, the growth over there is slow. I think I have like 250 followers, maybe. Okay, subscribers over there. It is slow over there, y'all. So make sure y'all go over now, because TT don't be liking y'all to go off the platform, but I'm telling y'all know this, But again, I feel like that platform is definitely like, again, TT is for the short. That's what I hear. It takes time. Dr. Michelle, it does take time, but it's definitely worth it, though. I will say that a lot of people say that YT is for the long game. When you talk about like as an entrepreneur, and Keish, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Hey, friend, you missed such a good conversation today, y'all. We talked about 50-year mortgages. Hey, friend, I hear that too. Worth it, yes, because your content is evergreen. And the topics that, like, prime example, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I did a video over there. I want to say thank you so much, Keith, for the populars. I did a video over there for like, I don't remember, maybe a couple days ago. I don't know. And their numbers and their views is all different. So I think that the video was like couple hundred views. All of a sudden, like a week later, it's at like 1.3. So the way that their views go long term, your videos can constantly be seen. So it's just a very different platform. But I would encourage people, entrepreneurs and everything, like if you're in a content creation, make sure you're over there as well. Yes, I had a woman's ministry to attend. Oh, okay. I understand, Keish. I understand, friend. I truly understand. But yeah, and then I feel like also too, you guys, like this platform is very like short, like your content is a minute, what can you really learn? How can I teach you budgeting in a minute? That's why a lot of times I tell most people my lives are 2 hours, because it's just, I'm teaching so much. You really get to understand it. I'm not rushed. I don't have to condense all this information into a minute. So that's why I do like that other platform, because we can sit down and talk about the budgets. We can sit down and, you know what I mean? You could watch the video, you could pause it, you could say, okay, or you could watch it and be doing some other thing. So if 50 years, yes, Keish, we were talking about the 50-year mortgage, friend, that the Trump administration, Steph, welcome in, friend, welcome in. The Trump administration is proposing this idea. So the 50-year mortgage, is it good for your budget? Is it something that you were considering? So all of the people that are just coming in. But yeah, y'all, the YT, go check your girl out. Get a little coffee, sit down with your little, your girl. And then also too, y'all, I got a video on here, on over there, that's called Teen Mom, Divorced and Broke. So this is a little bit more of my story, who I am, how I got here, where I'm at. So if you guys kind of want to know, like, we really kind of want to know Janina, where she's at. That I like the feedback here, but sometimes I just want to listen. Yes, yep, and yep. She's oh yes, yep. I read up on that. Yes, you read up on it, Keish. Sai, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the donuts, friend. We were talking about the 50-year. Hello, everyone. Welcome in, friend. Thank you so much, Dr. Michelle. Georgia Peach, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. We were talking about the 50-year mortgage, but we was actually talking about the YT platform. 50 years is a long time. No, but I am. Side, 50 years is a long time, friend. It is. That's why we talked about it all tonight, that it is not really, financially, it's not a really good decision for a 50-year. The amount of interest that you will pay is a lot. The amount of interest that you will pay is a lot. I was also talking about, for people that don't know, I have a YT. So if you are interested, and if you ever wanted to, like, get to know me more, know my story, know my back, I have the LINK and the BIO. It's 2 links, and you can go check it out. But I was just saying that I think I'm gonna do like budget with me videos over there, and a little bit more, that platform is just a different is different. But the 50-year mortgage, y'all, we definitely talked about it. But all of the new people that are in the room, I did want to say that what I just talked about is, I am going to do a live with a creator where we talked about life insurance, and what we will be talking about life insurance and getting a will. Y'all, if you do not have life insurance, and even if you do, you probably don't have enough. I guarantee you that you don't got enough. And 2, you need to write a will. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're on the younger end, 20s, whatever. You need to have a will, and we're going to talk about it. And then we're going to talk about the different life insurance, the whole life insurance or term, and which one is better. And you're going to have all the facts and all of that. So I said I'm going to try to do that live next week. I have to great topics. Yes. Great topics. And it just is more for getting the information out. We fell for lack of knowledge. A lot of times we don't know the information. So I'm here to make sure that I bring that all. But yeah, the 50-year mortgage, you guys, a couple things when, in reference to that, long term, you're going to pay so much in interest. You probably pay double or triple or what you think for the house. And it's just not a good move. But again, this is something that they're proposing. It's not like written, it's not signed. I don't think that it's going to pass. But then again, you just don't never know. But yep, y'all. And let me see. Georgia Peach, welcome in, y'all. So I truly appreciate everyone for being here, y'all. Your girl has been on live. Thank you so much for being here. It's going to be towards the end of the live, y'all. Also, too, you guys, I have a new workout page, y'all. Yes, your girl has been getting up at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. You heard me right. And walking on my walk path. So if you ever, if you want to start yes, Dr. Michelle, I'm on day 3. I'm on day 3. Tomorrow's day 4. So if y'all, y'all need a sign to start your fitness journey, here is your sign. Come start with your girl. Okay. Even if you don't got a walk pad, if you don't got a treadmill in your house, maybe just get your body moving, y'all. I be trying to, do my playlist so it could be a good one, y'all. So either way, whatever it is, wherever you're at, come jump on the line. I know 5 a.m. is early, y'all. I know 5 a.m. is early. I know it is. But again, if you can't catch the 5 a.m. ones or Saturdays and Sundays, I think I'm going to make the time 8 a.m. or maybe 9. So we will see. It'll be later. But make sure you come check your girl out. This is the fitness page. I'm going to put it in the chat. Georgia Peach, welcome in. Hey, thank you so much. I'm going to put it in the chat, you guys. The fitness page. A lot of people then believe that I used to weigh 300 pounds, but I did. Your girl was a big Joan for sure. So I put, hey, I'm going to have to work up to this 5 a.m. one. I know the 5 a.m., y'all. I know the 5. But wait, no weekend, I'm going to do it later. I'm going to do it a little later. But I can't imagine. Dr. Michelle, do you know how many times people said that to me? That's why I got receipts, y'all. Because I know people would be thinking I was lying. I was like, yeah. And people would be like, you wasn't 300 pounds. Yes, your girl was 310. Okay? To be exact. That's the highest that I've seen on the scale. I can't imagine either. She said, well, listen, I put a couple pictures on here, y'all. Now, now I have had receipts. Exactly. That's right. I had the receipts. People are like, because I've had my fitness page on the IG for a long time. So I got a lot of content over there. I've had people tell me that the bigger person was not me, that it was just somebody that I guess copied or whatever. But I've had people tell me that that's not me. Now, again, my skin color was different, all of that. And I said, do me a favor. If you look at any of those pictures, look at the tattoos. My tattoos are the same. So look at it. I'm like, oh, you think, yes. Oh, Dr. Michelle, yes, I have had people tell me that I wasn't the same person. I said, well, I wish. Listen, because I know how the 310 felt on this body. Okay. I wish it wasn't the same person, but it was. But that's all right, because I definitely got the receipts. The audacity, yes. You see, yes. Do you hold up, y'all? Let me see. A couple comments was filtered. Hold on, y'all. Do you record your TT lives? I do, friend. Well, the lives are automatically recorded. Yep, Nick. The lives are automatically recorded. Yep. Let me see. Interesting. Let me see. That was filtered. Let me see. Interestingly, people do lie about weight changes, but congratulations. I know they lie about it. People do. Because, the fitness community and all of that stuff like that. Oh, okay. Yep, Nick, they're automatically recorded. Yeah, people do lie about it. You know what I mean? They lie to make, you know what I mean? Some people have never struggled with weight. And I'm trying to get out of the 300 club myself. She said, listen, friend, when I tell you, I understand, friend. I understand. I was in the 300 club for a long time. And I never forget me feeling like, like I just couldn't. I remember just feeling at a point I couldn't get past 300. I couldn't. Then I would go to like 290. Then I would go up a little bit, then 295, and then I remember all of that. I remember all that. That's why I'm here to encourage you guys. Again, it's never going to be a perfect time for anybody. Listen, you may not be 300. Maybe you just want to feel healthier, right? You want to create it. Because one of the things that I said to myself, you guys, you have an amazing testimony. Thank you so much, Dr. Michelle. A lot, but most models said the same thing. They like, Janine, like, will you do this? See, I'm like, I know, like, I'll be trying to, like, I feel like one of the 3 pillars I feel like that I'm very passionate about is one, faith, right? We got to incorporate God. I tell people all the time, I would not be here if it wasn't for the grace of God. Number 1, so faith, finances, y'all know. Finances is my thing. Okay. I can talk all day about it. Okay. And then fitness. Am I like a fitness trainer and all that? No. I'm not a fitness trainer, but I have been on a weight loss journey for a long time. Like a long time. Like I would say I started my weight loss journey like off and on. When did I start? My middle is 18. So off and on 18 years, because when I got pregnant with him, I remember the doctors telling me that your weight is too high. And then it was like, you really need to watch your weight. Now, mind you, I was like mid-20s, y'all, at the time. And I was on high blood pressure medicine, like 21, no, not 21, but maybe like 22, 23 on high blood pressure medicine, y'all. So this is one of the other reasons why I really had to start, because I'm like, I'm too young to be on high blood pressure, runs in my family. And I just like, you know what, being a single mom, like I need to make sure that I take care of myself, not just for me, but also for my kids, right? Something happened to me, God forbid, you know, if being in healthcare so long, you know, hypertension is one of the silent killers. I ain't on here to preach to y'all, but listen, wow, it runs in mine. See, so it runs in mine too. Now, my dad is a ball player. My dad is 6'7". My dad never had a weight issue. He been on blood pressure medicine since he was 20. My dad doesn't have a weight issue. So it's hereditary for me. It's something that I constantly have to monitor and I have to watch. And when I tell you guys, being in healthcare so long, I can tell you about the amount of people that have came into my hospital that have walked in and they are like walking stroke victims, having their blood pressure at 200 over, 190. Lakeisha, welcome in. And your heart is pumping 2 to 3 times that it needs to pump because it's trying to compensate for how high your blood pressure is. And again, sometimes it may come out in a small headache. Sometimes you might not even know. Listen, I had my brother's wife, her sister's husband. He was 40 years old, came into the hospital for a slight headache, y'all, and never left. He was 40 years old. His blood pressure was so high that not only did they say that it was high, but it was high for an extended period, for months, and they could not get the blood pressure down. He had a stroke. He bled into the brain, never came out, and died. 40 years old is no joke. I've seen it too much. 30 years old, 20 years old. The blood pressure is something you do not want to play with. And I'm telling you, because I've seen it. I've seen it. I've worked in it, worked in the ER, seen people come in here. They take their blood pressure. They're not compliant when it comes down to their medicine, all of that. Your heart is working too hard. I've talked to cardiologists and all of that. I don't mean to get on my health kick, y'all, but it's just so true. I've been in healthcare so long that I see it so much. The hypertension is number one, and diabetes, that's like the number two. People do not take care of their sugar when it comes down. They come in with amputated toes and necrosis of the skin. They have wounds that don't heal. All of the things, y'all. I don't mean to get on my soapbox, y'all. But again, that's why your girl, okay, me having all that knowledge, me seeing it, me knowing it, all of that, I said, okay, I got to get up and I got to move. So exercise is one of the things that is like a natural, it will help the circulation. It will reduce the blood. It will do all of the things that it needs it to do for you. So again, if you need some encouragement, if you need some push, this is your sign. Don't wait to 2026, because that's what I was going to do, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, you know what? It's November. So true. As a nurse myself, it makes it harder to be this way. I know. And listen, I say, being in healthcare, working with the nurses and the doctors and everything, I had this one nurse and I feel like, being in healthcare, we know better, but we don't do better. Coins and confidence. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. Being in healthcare, you know better. I remember this one nurse, never forget it. This, it was just so crazy. This one nurse, she kept saying that she had headaches. She was supposed to go to the doctor, but Deborah, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. We're talking about healthcare right now. We're talking about your health. Again, one of the nurses that work with me, she was putting it off. She would go to work and, take like Tylenol for her headaches. And she knew she had to get some scans done. But again, working at 12-hour shifts, kept working. Guys, she went home and she went to sleep and never woke up. She had an aneurysm. She was very young. So when I tell you, you have to take it. Yes. Wow. Yes. And she complained about her head hurting all the time. Nika Grace, welcome in, welcome in. You know, you be honest in the chat. Have you ever complained about something physically? You like, oh, I'm gonna put it off. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart, me friend. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for the populace. Oh no, my grandmother died young from the same. Yes. Yep. Yep. Good evening. Good evening, Nika Grace. Good evening, friend. Good evening. Yep. Yes, I have. Yep. So that's why it's so important, you guys. I said, I was like, I ain't gonna put it off another day. Okay. I said, especially working from home. I work from home and I don't move a lot, right? I'm sitting down for the lives for 2 hours. Yes, I have to. So do I. So and I, oh, you level up in the fan club, Nika Grace. Congratulations, friend. Welcome, welcome. Congratulations. You leveling up. Yep, leveling up. We're talking about health, you guys. I know it's kind of, we were talking about the 50-year mortgage. Me too. I work from home now too. Yes. So when working at home, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, like the movement, and we all know this being in healthcare, like you have to move. Like when I look at my steps on my Apple Watch, and now mind you, when I used to go into the hospital, I used to move. I used to be walking on the floors, walking in the ER. So my movement, I used to get my steps in. But now working from home, I got to put the time in. So I said, I was like, you know what? And then another thing too, y'all, the reason I'm talking about all the people, Nika Grace, thank you so much for the donuts. I'm talking about the new fitness page that I'm doing for all the new people that are coming in. I was just talking about the fitness page that I have been getting up at 5 a.m. And one of the other reasons why I started again is because since I work from home, y'all, sitting down so long, my legs are starting to swell. And right now, like, of course, when I elevate them, the swelling goes down, but that which you don't want to keep doing, because sometimes the edema or the swelling in the legs, traveling up, and I don't want that to be a issue later on. And plus my doctor was like, girl, you need to move. You need to move. So again, sometimes you guys, we don't want to wait for like the health scares and all of that stuff like that. So I'm like, tired or not, I am going to speak same. She said, yep. So she says, do you wear because my doctor was saying compression socks. So all the people that work from home, I definitely can. You put a mini stepper where you're at in your desk. Now I can like I have a stand-up desk and I do, but let me be honest, right? My job that I do, sometimes my job, I'm just doing it. Like I just, so not to say it's so much to do, but like, there's so many things that I'm doing that I do try to get up. I can put a stepper there, but do I do it all the time? No, I ain't gonna lie. Do I? But I will say that I have been putting compression socks on. So that has been definitely helping with the swelling tremendously. So anybody that work from home, get you some compression socks. Get you some compression socks. But also too, I feel like those are like temporary fix, you know what I mean? That in actuality, we gotta move. We gotta move. That's just point blank period. We got to. It's hard to walk and type for me. I feel like I'm going to fall. Yes, Jenny, welcome in, friend. Truly appreciate you for being here. Yeah, exactly. Now that I'm on that my walk pad, I definitely wouldn't be able to like type and do it at the same time. So I just put it in my basement, y'all. So if y'all ever interested, yes, we have to move. Yes, we do. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all. So I've been doing the workouts 5 a.m. This is what tomorrow be day 5. I feel so much better, y'all. And I know just being on a fitness journey that I feel like it's so hard to start. But once you start, you just have this natural energy that I'm like, honestly, I'm thinking like I would thought I'd be struggling 5 a.m. But your girl, I mean, I've been getting up. I've been tired though, but and this is one of the things that I said to myself. I started November 10th and I weighed myself. And not to say that I'm really focusing on the weight. I'm not really so much focusing on the weight. I'm trying to focus on the habits. So my habit is to be consistent. So one of the things, and I said, y'all, I saw a 5 a.m. workout. I like 5 a.m. workout. It's peaceful. Yes, it is. It's just a start to your day. You got an extra boost, your adrenaline, all of the good hormones that come from working out. I mean, you just start your day well. Jen, welcome in, welcome in. You just feel so good, y'all. And then I want y'all to also know it ain't gotta be nothing complicated, right? Walking on a walk pad, it still could be low impact. You still can have your heart rate pumping, and it still do so much for your cardiovascular, because that's the thing. We still want to make sure that our heart is working. So the 5 a.m., y'all, I know. I'm like, but I feel so much. I feel like so accomplished too. I feel like I was putting it off, yo. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said to myself, the last doctor's visit I had with my doctor, I said, she was like, I want to see you in 3 months. I'm like, all right. And I said to myself, the next time I go in that doctor's office, I am not going to tell her that I ain't get the walking pad, because I've probably been telling that lady that for the last couple months. She like, did you get the walking pad? Did you get? I'm like, yeah, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Jumping rope is my go-to cardio. Okay, I love to jump rope. Man, jumping rope will have your heart rate skyrocket very fast. I used to have a boxer as a trainer, and he used to make me jump rope all the time. That lady, yes, Dr. Michelle, I'm that lady, yes. And my doctor probably like, girl, when is you? Because you just said that you will get it. You know what I mean? So yes, I'm trying to be compliant. I'm trying to be compliant as a patient, y'all. So these are some of the things that she told me to do. So I said, I refuse to go back in there. Okay. I want to be like, yeah, not only did I get the walking pad, I've been walking every day for 30 minutes. For 30 minutes, y'all. Yes. And then also I think about too, you guys, this is another thing. When you think about your finances, we think about your budget, but you also can think about your health too as well. That our future self, right? The things that we're putting in place as finances, when you get your budget together, when you save, when you do all of the things, your future self, thank you so much, Jen, for the donuts, will thank you. Your future self will thank you for the steps that you have put in place today. Now, your present self may be like, girl, but your future self is definitely, your future self is going to thank you for all of the healthy habits that you created, all of the things that you are incorporated. You could do the same thing in reference to your finances. You may not be in a place financially to buy a home right now, but you may be putting things in place and saving your money right now for your future home process. Or, you may be in the stage of getting out of debt, but once you become debt free, you will be thankful for the things that you have put into place, the things, the savings, the living below your means. You will be thankful for the current things that you are doing for your future. So I just want to encourage somebody, you guys, again, if you want to work out with your girl, if you just want to get a little motivated, if you are waiting for 2026, even for your budget, for your finances, whatever it is, do not wait till 2026. Don't wait till Monday. Stop. Listen, I'm talking to myself when I said it. Stop saying I'm gonna start it on Monday. I'm gonna start the budget on Monday. I'm gonna start to work out on Monday. I'm gonna do it, or you know what? I'm gonna wait to 2026. It's never gonna be a perfect time, y'all. Mondays is going to keep going, and they're never going to happen. So just decide. Say, I'm gonna do it. Tired, whatever. Don't lose. And that's why I'm doing. So y'all gonna remember when I show y'all the before and afters from November to December, because I said I started the 5 a.m. thing November 10th. And then I'm going to do a weigh-in December 31st. So I'm going to go from November 10th to December 31st, or just walking at least 30 minutes. And y'all going to see the transformation. And then y'all going to be like, oh, I should have started with her, but I'll show you all the transformation. And again, I'm not really focused so much on the weight loss. It's more about the habits that I'm trying to create. And I'm just trying to be consistent. So that's the biggest thing that I'm focusing on now. Consistency. Hold up. She says, wait, sorry. Some of the comments were filtered. So proud of you. Thank you. How many times a week? Every day, friend. Every day. I know. Every day, she says, every day. So every day, friend. I know. At least 30 minutes every day on a walk pad. So I'm just going to commit to that. And I'm just going to commit to, again, creating the habits. I'm not focusing on a skill. I'm not doing, too much of that. I'm just trying to create a habit. Now, I feel like after December 31st, will I be going every day? Probably not. But I kind of just want to do this. I just kind of want to give it a good, startup, a good boom. You know what I mean? So I think eventually I'll do it probably every day. No, but you got this. Yes, yep, y'all. So y'all gonna remember. I'm like, y'all, people in my lives. I said it, did it at this the proof that y'all be like, yeah, I remember when she said it. Yep. So y'all gonna be here. Y'all gonna remember. So again, thank y'all so much for being here. I hope you guys learned some things. Again, look out for the retirement in the And the policy live, 30 minutes of walking. Yes, I had baby lost 50 pounds along with cutting down sodiums. Yes, pure. Yes. Yep. So yep, just 30 minutes a day. It don't gotta be nothing all. Sweet affections, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you. Yours towards the end of the live. Listen, I've been on here long time. Welcome in, welcome in. So if you want to join your girl, listen, you always can come check me out. Need the motivation, yep. So truly appreciate everyone for being here. I will be back on here Friday, debt-free Friday, y'all. Debt-free Friday. James, welcome in, welcome in. Debt-free Friday. I will be back. You know what? Matter of fact, no, tomorrow's Thursday. James, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Will I be back here Thursday? I don't know, y'all. Maybe I'll do a pop-up tomorrow. We'll see. Because your girl's off. So I may do a pop-up, maybe a little earlier one. So maybe we'll see. Thank you. You welcome, Dr. Michelle. Maybe your girl do a pop-up. Who knows? But I know Friday, debt-free Friday, we talk about all things debt-free, getting out of debt. We're going to celebrate the wins. If you paid off extra to your credit cards, whatever you did, we want to celebrate the wins over here, y'all. So I know it's late on the East Coast. I truly appreciate everyone for being here. Truly appreciate taking time to be in my room. Muku, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Again, it's towards the end of the live. I truly appreciate everyone for being here. Make sure that you look out for the notifications that I will be having a lot of things coming down the pipe that is going to definitely educate my community. Hello, Muku. Hello, friend. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart, me friend. Thanks for hosting. It was fun. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Oh, I missed it. It's towards the end, friend. We talked about the 50-year mortgage. We talked about health. We talked about everything. I feel like we talked about a little bit of everything. We talked a little bit about everything. My lives start at 6. I said 6 o'clock. My lives start at 8 p.m. And I know everybody cruising the TT streets, you know what I mean? And I know I appreciate when you guys do come in. If you pop in, it is towards the end of the live. Again, I will be back on here Friday, debt-free Friday, again, celebrating all the debt wins. I may do a pop-up tomorrow. But if you guys are ever interested, I'm doing the 5 a.m. walks. No for the 50-year mortgage. Oh, I know, friend. You said a no. A lot of people said a no. A lot of people said a no. We definitely broke it down. It's a lot of interest. And again, for most people, it's a no, which it is. It's I don't think it's a good financial move for most people. Have a good night. Yep, Dr. Michelle, have a good night too as well. So again, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Truly appreciate it. I'm going to say a short prayer and I'm going to close it out. Father, thank you for clarity tonight, oh God. Give every person here the wisdom to make decisions that protect their household and honor their future. Cover their income, their budget, and their financial journey with your grace. I pray all of these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. You know, I always end in a prayer. It's so important to invite God into your finances. I truly appreciate everyone for being here on the YT, on the book. Yes, amen. Thank you guys for being here. And again, I want you to remember, budget with faith and prosper with grace. I love you guys, and I will see you Friday. Amen. Good night, y'all. Good night.